Hello Internet, James Allen from Out of 8, and today I'm playing first-person feline destruction simulation Catlateral Damage. In it has an objective mode where you're supposed to knock down a specific number of objects. One object serves as bonus points, and another side objective is also attainable. It also features a litterbox freeform mode where you can just kind of knock down stuff to your heart's content. Game features procedurally generated houses, so things are slightly different every time, although you'll kind of run into the same types of buildings. And there's also random events and power-ups to amuse yourself with. So we'll enter the objective mode. You choose cats. You unlock more cats as you progress through the game. The game is pretty difficult, which is why I haven't unlocked that much stuff yet. Okay, so you start out, and you kind of have to go pretty quick. The time limit is fairly short, so I kind of have to get going. So it's typical first-person controls, although you use left mouse button to swipe from the left and right mouse button to swipe from the right. So I'm going to try to kind of get this all the way done here. You can also pick up objects if you use the middle mouse button, or actually the function key, the F key. We'll see how well I do here. I'm usually close, but not quite at the objective. Yeah, books give you a lot of objects here. Like I said, you only have like 7 minutes or whatever to knock down 320 objects, so you kind of really have to get going pretty quick. And since the levels are procedurally generated, there are differences every time you play, which is something. Let's ignore that for now. Alright, see what we got here. Some games, take that. So the cups are worth 13 objects apiece. Some books. Takes a while to kind of get the jumping down. So here's you picking up. You can pick up objects and then move them somewhere else. So there's an event. Oh, free upgrade. So it shows you where the upgrade is actually located, so we'll go check that out. Oh, jumps increase, well that's good. So I can jump way up here. You know, obviously, as you can see, the gameplay is pretty repetitive. So the game kind of relies on, you know, the novelty and hilarity of the premise, kind of like Goat Simulator does. But I think that this has kind of less appeal over time than Goat Simulator does, simply because there isn't really that much variety in it. I mean, all there is in the objective modes is simply just go through the, you know, these randomly generated houses and just knock stuff down. So I think that in that sense, it kind of wears thin after a while. There's one of those cups for 13. But it certainly is a silly game, and it excels at that. Get out of here. Let's see here. See if I can get this bookshelf. No. This is why I haven't really unlocked anything yet, because my jumping abilities are not great. I'm not the greatest platform type gamer. So my jumping skills are not the best. But that's okay. Alright, what else we got? I got a bookshelf over there. I don't even know if I can hit that. Oh, I did. I got that jump increase. That's really what did it. Got more stuff over here. Getting close. I don't know how many more rooms I have to wreck, though. Usually what happens is I'm like 20 objects short by the time that the timer ends. But I think the jump upgrade is really going to help me out. Oh, except I fell. I'm unlocking all sorts of stuff today. Oh, there's those cups that I want. You can also kind of poke them in the head. Pick that up and drop it. I think I'm going to comfortably make this. This is actually the best run I've ever played, so... Speed increase, too. So you also have, like, mice you can chase around every once in a while. Alright, let's see here. I really want to get up there, and I have no idea how I'm going to be able to do that. Alright, what rooms have I not touched in? I haven't done these things yet. I got like 2.5 minutes to find 20 things. Problem is, I've kind of... Oh, I know I got these. They don't count unless they're on the floor. I think. Oh, there's stuff over there. Poke, poke, poke. Eight more things. Come on. Hey! Wow. I won. That's amazing. Yeah, good for me. Well, that's basically it. That's the game. So it gives you a rundown of all the objects you knock down and stuff like that. So, like I said, it is a very silly premise of the game, and I think that's really its appeal. You know, it's one of those "wouldn't it be funny if" type games. It just suffers from repetition, even though it has the procedurally generated houses. They all kind of play out the same way. It does have the random events and power-ups and the objectives to kind of spice up the gameplay. But I think after you get, play it a couple times, you've kind of seen all that there is to see in the game, and the novelty kind of wears off. So, unless you have a real hankering for, cat destruction, then this is just something that's kind of a silly little thing that'll just pass on by in the Internet of Things. So. That's all I have for today. Till next time, bye now.